Impermanence. The concept of impermanence, also known as anicca in Buddhism, is a central teaching in the book Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahamsa Yogananda. The book describes the author's spiritual journey and his encounters with various spiritual figures and teachings. In the book, Yogananda emphasizes the idea that everything in the universe is subject to change and that nothing is permanent. He suggests that attachment to the fleeting things of the world leads to suffering, and that true freedom and inner peace can only be found by recognizing the impermanent nature of all things. He writes about how the understanding of the impermanence of the physical body and the importance of transcending it by developing the inner spiritual self by means of meditation and yoga practices. He writes about how the physical body is impermanent and how it will eventually decompose and return to the earth. He advises his readers to understand that the physical body is not the true self, and that true happiness and inner peace can only be found by developing the spiritual self. He encourages the readers to practice yoga and meditation to quiet the mind and to experience the true self which is beyond the physical body. Yogananda also writes about the impermanence of relationships and the importance of spiritual relationships that are not based on the physical world. He suggests that true connections are those that are based on the soul and that endure beyond physical separation. He writes about how relationships in the physical world are temporary and how they are subject to change, while the relationships that are based on the spiritual self last forever. He also writes about the impermanence of the world and the importance of understanding that the material world is not permanent. He suggests that the material world is an illusion and that true happiness and inner peace can only be found by understanding the impermanence of the material world and by developing the spiritual self. He writes about how the material world is subject to change and how it will eventually come to an end, while the spiritual world is eternal. Yogananda also writes about the importance of understanding the impermanence of the mind and emotions. He suggests that the mind and emotions are subject to change and that they can be controlled and trained through meditation and yoga practices. He writes about how the mind and emotions can be controlled by quieting the mind and by training the mind to focus on positive thoughts and emotions. He writes about how everything in the universe is subject to change, and how true freedom and inner peace can only be found by recognizing the impermanent nature of all things. He emphasizes the importance of understanding the impermanence of the physical body, relationships, the world, the mind, and emotions.